Okay, 30 seconds or about up. Okay. All right. I told you out of all the 13 twos I've done, special triangles was day 1. Yesterday was day 2. Here's day 3. Day 3 is by far the harder of them. And all it means is this. You really have to concentrate on what I'm telling you. And once you do get it, it will make your whole quiz so much easier. I promise. Okay. So what is happening today is this. You are going to talk about the unit circle. This is all you're going to talk about. The unit circle has a radius of what? 1 unit. It could be 1 inch, 1 mile, 1 foot, 1 kilometer. Okay? And the center of the circle is the origin. And they actually drew it right there. Okay, they drew it for you, but I'm going to redraw this whole thing. And I would tell you guys, you have to copy all of this, but I'm recording this lesson. So if I kept pointing over here, people listening to this, they wouldn't know what I'm pointing at. So I'm going to start over. But all of this is going to get copied where? Right here. On the top, there's just a little margin, but I think you guys can write small enough where you can squeeze all this in, okay? So let's do it right now. So the first thing we want to write down is what is the unit circle? It is a circle with radius 1. And then we're going to draw this circle and the triangle. So I'll do that right now. So here we go. Unit circle. Radius is what? 1. Okay? So if it's 1, and if you draw it on the XY coordinate plane, just draw yourself a circle. Okay? In the circle, draw yourself a triangle. Put the center at the origin. Okay? Draw a triangle up in the first quadrant. Come down to the x-axis, back to the origin. Just draw this. Okay? Wherever you hit the circle, put a point. That point, label it x, comma, y. Now, the radius of your circle, we're gonna leave it as r. R is your radius. Okay. Okay. Now that we've got that on paper somewhere, I need to ask you questions like this. This is your triangle. Now you will position triangles in your unit circle all day today. Okay. And you'll always have a right angle. It'll be right here. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you this question. How long are your legs in this triangle? How long is this leg?
X.
How'd you know it was X?
Because there's something.
So smart. You're supposed to tell me
The coordinates.
the coordinates are giving it away. How far did I go this way? I went X. How far did I go up?
Y.
I went Y. So the coordinates of your point are actually giving it away. This is X, this is Y. And the radius of your circle, it goes around and around. And what's the radius always going to be equal to?
1.
1. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, now, they want you to kind of figure out what sine and cosine are. So what's cosine of theta and what's sine of theta? Okay, well, first of all, where's theta? And if you can read it over here, guys, on the board, it says theta always is in between the x-axis and the what? Terminal side. So theta will always be here, between the x-axis, right here, and the terminal side right here. That's where theta hangs out. And it doesn't matter which quadrant it falls in, it's always between the terminal and the x-axis. Okay? Now, answer this question. What's cosine of theta? Look at your triangle. What is it? It's adjacent over hypotenuse. But that's what? It's x over r. This side adjacent, this side hypotenuse, x over r. So now cosine becomes the x value over the radius, where sine will become
The y value over the radius.
y over r. Yep. Okay. Now, answer this question. What is the radius? How long is the radius in the unit circle? Yeah, we said it's right here. It's 1. So if the radius is 1, then the cosine of theta will be x over 1, which is just what? X. Okay, so what they're saying to you is cosine of any angle, if you're talking about the unit circle, is always x. Where sine of theta is y over r, or better yet, y over 1, which is what?
Why?
1. So if I want cosine, you're just going to tell me it's the x value. If I want sine, you're going to tell me it's the what? It's the y value. Now, here's the deal. I never use the unit circle. I never do. Unless my angle falls where? Right here. On the x-axis, what degree is this? 0. Or it could be what? 360. Okay, what degree is this? Sorry, this. 90.
180.
Guess what? That's the only time I ever use the unit circle. And why? Because of this. You guys should do this right now. Put your point here, 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 here. Whenever your angle lands on the x or y axis, use this unit circle. Why did I tell you to do that? Because in this unit circle right here, does anybody know the point right there? The radius of your circle is 1 now.
1, 0.
1, 0. What's this one?
0, 1.
0, 1. What's this one? Negative 1, 0. Okay, what's this one? 0, negative 1. This is the only time, I repeat, this is the only time I use the unit circle, but I have to talk about the unit circle with you. So this is it. If you ever land on these spots, use these numbers for the unit circle. Now, okay, now if I go back and just read that to you, all they're really saying is this. The cosine of theta is the what? Is the x-coordinate. The sine of theta is the what? Y-coordinate. Just what I showed you. Okay, then they say, look over there, guys. Look at the unit circle. The coordinate of point P. What's the coordinate of point P? Well, point P is right there. Who knows the coordinate? 0, 1. Okay, so yeah, 0, 1. Okay, so just put 0, 1 there. You know the coordinates of that one. I could do all 4 of them, and you could probably tell me. But here's what we're doing. I want you to tell me what cosine of theta is, what sine of theta is, when theta is what? Negative 90. Okay, so let's do cosine first of negative 90. Let's do sine second of negative 90. Okay, so cosine of theta, okay, first of all, where's negative 90?
Bottom.
The bottom, right, it's right here. Go this direction, you land right there. So you're sitting right on the y-axis. Now we want to think unit circle. Okay, what's this point?
0,
0, negative 1. Okay, so that means the x value is 0, the y value is negative 1. Okay, do you remember cosine? Cosine was what?
X.
It's right here. Cosine is x. Okay, so what is x? Which one's x?
0.
Okay, cosine of negative 90 is 0. Sine of negative 90 is? Is y? Is negative 1. These are actually so simple if you just understand what the ordered pair is. 0, 1, 0, negative 1, cosine is x, sine is y. Okay? Now we switch gears. Instead of doing negative 90, we do what?
360.
Cosine of 360. Sine of 360. Okay? Equals. First of all, where is 360? Yeah, it's just 1, 0. Okay, all you had to say was it's just a circle, lands right back on 0 degrees. It's right here. So it's 1, 0. So now we're looking right there. Okay, what's cosine of 360?
1.
It's the x value, 1. What's sine of 360?
0.
It's the y value, 0. if you can get this in your head right here, guys, that cosine is x and sine is y in the unit circle, then this is like stealing candy. This is so nice. Okay? This is so nice. All right, what's the next one?
540.
540. Okay, cosine of what? 540. Sine of what? 540. Who likes that number, 540? Not many people like that number because it's actually a complete circle. And keep going and going, you know what I'm saying? So you have to make this easier for yourself. To make it easier, think coterminal. Get rid of the 540. What do? Give a different angle that stands for 540. Subtract a circle. Subtract a circle, you get what?
180.
Yep, because if you just subtract off a circle, 360, you're down to really what? 180. You know what a 540 is? A 540 is just a 180. Okay? It has the same look as a 180. So where's 180 on your little circle up there? It's what?
-10.
Yeah, it's right here. Here's 180 over here. That's 180. -1, 0. Where the x value is -1, the y value is 0, which should tell you your answers. Cosine of 180. What's x? -1. Okay, sine of 180. What's y? 0. Sorry you can't see it, but it is up there. Did you write them down? I hope you did. Okay. So, now, your ears. Turn up your dial. Guys, turn them up. You got to listen closely. The only time you ever use the unit circle is when your angle lands where? On the x or y axis. If you land here, here, you don't. You never use this. It gets so messy. So I get rid of the mess, and you know what I do? I come over here, and I do this. This is what we're going to use when we land in the quadrants. Okay? When you land in the quadrants, use these two triangles. And I tried to make these two triangles. I picked the easiest numbers I could think of. Now I'm going to draw these on the screen because people listening on YouTube don't even know what I'm pointing at. So when you go with this group right here, okay, we will use these triangles. And one of them is your special 45-45. Okay. Since the legs are the same, why do you think I picked 1 and 1? I could have picked 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4.
They're easier to
They're easy. Plain and simple, they're easy. If this is 1 and this is 1, the hypotenuse is
square root of 2.
1 times the square root of 2, but I'm not going to put a 1 there. So yeah, you're right. It's just square root of 2. Okay, oh, by the way, you should be putting this down somewhere because you're going to look back to this, and you don't want to be looking at the whiteboard. You want to look at your notes. And then if you ever have to use this triangle, the 30, 60, 90, okay, see this? Call that the 30 because it's skinny, and 60 because it's wider. Okay, what's opposite of 30? I'm going to make the numbers super easy, like 1. Okay? Okay, and then the hypotenuse would be what, guys? What would the hypotenuse be? Twice as long as the short side, 2. And then the long side would be the short side times square root of 3. And again, I don't want the 1 there, so I'm going to get rid of it. And there's my numbers. Okay? Now, the hardest part for you is to draw the angle and then get the triangle position correctly. So here we go. Please tell me you have those triangles somewhere. If you don't, they're over there. Okay. So I want this one. Yes. Here we go. You have to draw a -45. So you get going on that, and I'll catch up to you.
Mr. Crazy,
Yep.
do you have any erasers that goes on the end of a pencil?
No, I don't. I don't even have a pencil right now. I have just pens. Okay.
Nothing there.
Okay. -45. Where do we go? Up, down,
Calculate.
down. Okay, go down. And you probably would stop about right here. You would draw your terminal side, right? Okay. Here's your initial side, and there's your angle. And now I want you to find sine and cosine, and I want the exact values. Exact values, what does that actually mean? No calculator. You can't punch your calculator. That's cheating. You can do it down here, but not up here. All right. So now, I see no triangle. How do I get the triangle?
I draw the negative draw it.
Draw it in, but where do I start?
The
Somewhere on the terminal side, guys. Somewhere here. I get away from the origin quite a ways, and then what I do is I go straight to the x-axis. You hear that? Straight to the x-axis, back to the origin, back to the point. X-axis, origin, point. X-axis, origin, point. See it? Okay. Question. What's this angle right here? 45. What's this one? 45. Okay, where's theta hang out? Remember? Theta? Theta hangs out where?
Between the x-axis and the terminal side.
Oh, x-axis. That'd be here. And the terminal side, that'd be here. So right here. This is theta.
will that always be
That's always theta, between the x-axis and the terminal. Okay, so if the triangle's this way, now theta's here. If the triangle's this way, now theta's here. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, help me fill in the correct lengths. What's my leg here? You guys looking? This is what I want you to use. This and this. What are my legs? 1 and 1. So it's 1 and 1. Okay? Now, one leg is positive and one leg is negative. Which one's negative? Yeah, the y value. I went down. Here you go, guys. That's the negative leg. That's the positive leg. The hypotenuse is always going to be what? Square root of 2. There you go. Okay. Now that you have your negative 45 drawn and you have your triangle in there, go ahead, find cosine. What's cosine of negative 45 degrees? What's sine of negative 45 degrees? And this is where you can think opposite over hypotenuse, or better yet, I would think of cosine as x over r. Which one's the x value? 1 over the radius, square root of 2. So your answer is 1 over square root of 2. Problem with that is, can't have a radical on the bottom, so you just rationalize it and get what?
square root of 2 over 2.
Yes. Okay. We now have an exact answer for cosine of negative 45. Okay. You know what I forgot to tell you? I forgot to tell you this. You see the radius of your circle? See how this goes down and around? The radius of your circle will never be negative. So you will always make your radius positive. Square root of 2 will be square root of 2 all the way around. It will never turn into a negative. Only your legs can be positive and negative. Okay? I'm sorry, I forgot to finish sine. What would sine be? Opposite over hypotenuse, or y over r. Okay, so what's that?
It'll be negative 4 over
Yeah, negative 1 over square root of 2, which ends up being that answer anyways, doesn't it? Okay, so there you go. Got it. These are exact answers. Your exact answers go with those triangles, okay? Okay, so here's the deal. I could have, just so you know this, I could have made this 4, guess what that is now? 4. And you could have worked with those numbers, and guess what your answers would have been? The same thing. I'm trying to make the numbers easy, so please remember these numbers. It's 1, 1, what? 1, 1 square root of 2. Okay? Now, the next one, it's going to go with this one. Try the 150. You get going. Draw the 150. Put the triangle in the right position. Put the legs in. Get cosine, get sine. Is anybody done? You ran out of room after doing 1?
Well, I went this way.
Okay. Get over here. You know a sheet of paper. What was the number? 150? Okay. So hopefully you got 150 like that. Drew it straight down to the x-axis, back to the origin, back to the point. X-axis, origin, back to the point. Right triangle there. I need to know your numbers. Somebody tell me this number right here. What is that angle? What is it? 30. Yeah, it's 30. You guys, 150 is 30 degrees short of 180. That's a 30. So what would this one be? 60. You know why I didn't put the 30 in there? Because that's theta. I didn't want to mess it up. Theta hides here between the terminal side and the x-axis. So that's theta. Now fill in your legs. Ready? If that's a 30, what's over here? What number?
No.
Opposite of 30. 1. This is a 1. Okay? Opposite of 60, look over here. Opposite of 60. Square root of 3. Oh, so this leg is square root of 3. Now one of my legs is negative. Which one's negative?
1.
No, 1 is going up.
The negative one.
Square root of 3.
Square root of 3 is going backwards. Yeah, this is the negative. That's the negative leg. That's the positive leg. What's the hypotenuse?
2.
2. Okay. You got all your numbers. You got a theta there. What's cosine of theta? Cosine of theta? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Or the x value over the hypotenuse, x over r. John, what is it? Eyes are closed, John. What is it, Elizabeth?
Negative square root of 3 over 2.
Negative square root of 3 over 2. Got it. Okay. Sine of theta. You know what? I shouldn't be saying theta because it's 150. Sine of 150. Molly, do you know it?
Huh?
You know it?
No.
Okay. What is, hey guys, what is sine again? Opposite over hypotenuse. Or the y value over the radius. You can say y over r. Okay? What's y? 1. What's r? 2. There's your answers. Okay? Okay? This is not easy. I'm sorry. This is one of the hardest things you're going to do. Okay, the next one is 300 degrees. Go draw 300. Get that triangle position in there, and then see what you can do with the legs and all that. Okay? Yeah.
How long does the homework
10.
take?
10.
'Cause I have to-
You gotta leave. Oh, that's right. You're leaving it. What are you leaving?
I leave it in between the 10 and the 11.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably finish this. Hey, the third triangle is so pretty. The first two triangles are special triangles. Okay. Okay, guys, let's do the 300 now, right? So 300 would be positive. Where am I at right now?
270.
270. Keep going. Call that 300, right? So that's a 300. Don't see my triangle. You can get a triangle if you go from the terminal side to the x-axis, back to the origin, back to the point. X-axis, origin, back to the point. Guys, theta hangs out where? Right there. Don't say right there.
Right there.
There?
No.
No, here. Okay, that's theta. But you need to know this. What's this angle here? John?
Would it be 30?
Yes, it is, because this angle right there, guys, is 60. You're short of a circle by 60. So that means this is 30. Opposite of 30?
1.
1. When I say opposite of 30, you're looking here, aren't you? What's opposite of 30 all the time? 1. What's opposite of 60? This is 60. Square root of 3. But this one's negative because it's down. This one's positive because it's right. The hypotenuse or the radius of your circle is always positive, so you put a 2 here. So that's it. You guys, it's not hard to do sine and cosine. Cosine of 300 degrees, just look at your triangle. It's going to be opposite over hypotenuse, or better yet, y over r. Dang, I did that wrong again, didn't I? It's x over r. It's x over r. Okay? Sine of 300 is what? Y over r. Now look at it. What are the answers? Eric, what's the answer to cosine of 300? If you don't like my x's over r's, you better go back to adjacent over hypotenuse. Here's theta. What's adjacent to a theta? 1. This is the opposite side of theta. This is the adjacent side. 1 over the hypotenuse. 1 over 2. Or x over r is the radius. So it's just 1/2. Okay. What is sine of 300, Travis?
Negative square root 3 over 2.
Okay, because he's doing opposite of theta, that side, over hypotenuse, or the y value over the radius, negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, these numbers are exact answers. You have to do this without your calculator. You have to.
Can
Okay,
you do like
you sure can, but when this quiz comes out, guess what? Half the quiz is with a calculator. The other half of the quiz is without your calculator. This is without. Okay? Now, guess what? The next 2 problems, use your calculator. Now go ahead and use it. What's the next problem say? Cosine of what?
137.
137. Punch it in. See what you get.
a messy number?
Cosine of 137 is what ratio? It doesn't give you a ratio, it gives you a decimal. What over what? Or sorry, point what?
Negative 0.73.
Okay?
1.
No, that's good enough, Isaac. Just a hundredth is good. What is sine of 137? You guys should be doing this.
0.68.
0.68, okay? Okay, here's my question. I'll draw it for you. Ready? Where's the 137? About right here. Where's the triangle? Somewhere in here. Now I want you to tell me this. Would you look at this, please? What is, or why is cosine negative and why is sine positive? Just the way it is, huh? Isaac?
By the location of the angle.
Yeah,
And
you're right. But you guys should be saying, Will,
Cosine is y.
cosine is y. That's not right. Sorry.
Cosine is x and the x is negative.
Cosine is x, and the x is negative. Sine is y,
And the y is still positive.
and the y is positive. So this is why you're coming up with negative and positive answers. So just so you know this, most of the time one of them's positive, one of them's negative. Does anybody know which quadrant has everything positive? First. If you were in the first quadrant, you'd get a positive. But any other quadrant, one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative.
or negative.
Actually, third quadrant is both negative. What's this one? Cosine of negative 71 degrees. I know you guys think I'm going to do it, but I'm not. Huh? 0.33, thank you. And of course, what's sine of negative 71 degrees?
Negative 9.
Negative 0.95.
0.95, okay. All right, there you go, guys. That's just you using your calculator. If you can't even use your calculator, then we're in big trouble. All right, so the goal is today what? Get done with
Numbers,
the first page. If you're having an easy time with this, and I personally, I would just keep going. But you do have tomorrow to work on that, plus I have 8 more problems for you. And I will be talking to you, of course, and I always do. This is your homework quiz. Now that you're my last class, you can write it, okay? Okay, now, if you have been gone, let me know. I will take you. Okay.
When can we wait? No, we can just grab it.
Need to get away, some of you, you're way too close. Okay. Annalise, yep, deep in the corner right, and Gavin up, forward, Molly backwards, Taylor forward. Yeah, you can use your calculator. But I will tell you this, problem 1, or not, the 2 triangles on top, those are special triangles. Do you have the first one's what?
45,
45, 45, the second one's what?
60,
30, 60. Are they marked for you? Because some of them were not marked this morning, okay? Okay, the third triangle is SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, okay? You are not going to be able to find those sides unless you know SOHCAHTOA, okay? Set up your trig. Set up your trig triangles. Or trig equation, my fault. You think you can do it? Yeah. Okay. You haven't been here. Okay. I felt like you've been gone. While you're quizzing, I'm just gonna give your assignment to you so you forget it. If I missed you with the yellow worksheet, they're going to be up here.
Do you want the answers in simplest radical form?
For the top 2 triangles, yes. Yes.
But the middle ones.
The middle one, no. There's 10th, there's 100th, whatever you want. Sign of what? So we get -8%.